Hello Sim Pilots and welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. And today, yes, you are right, you're looking at a Boeing. Now I know you might be a little bit confused, but you always fly an Airbus, and that is correct. My whole channel has been based around the Airbus, specifically the fly-by-wire A320X, but I thought it's time for a change. Time to learn a new aircraft. I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but we got ourselves the PMDG 737, and I thought it's time for a bit of a change on the channel, so I decided that I'm going to make this video of me attempting to fly a Boeing. Now I'm going to say right off the bat, mistakes are going to be made. I'm not familiar with the Boeing. As you all know, my channel is based around the Airbus. So I thought for a little bit of a change up, I could make a video of myself showing how to attempt to fly the Boeing. I'm probably not going to follow the correct procedures. I have a checklist printed out in front of me, which I'm going to attempt to follow along. And we are going to try and fly this plane from Amsterdam, and we're going to fly a quick hop just down to Paris. It's going to be less than an hour, so come along, and I hope you enjoy this attempt at me trying to fly a Boeing. If you like this content, then subscribe, smash that like button, and let me know in the comments below what you would like to see from me on the channel with the PMDG 737. Let's jump into the cockpit and get started. I've never seen so many switches, buttons and knobs in my life. This is definitely going to take some getting used to. Now I won't lie, I have had a look at this plane before. I have run through the checklist and I have started it up and tried to fly it, but this is the first time I'm making a video of me attempting to fly this plane, so it should be fun. It's probably going to be very funny. Let's just hope we can get it to Paris in one go. So I have the checklist in front of me. Let's start by doing the cockpit preparation. So we have the landing gear down, speed brake is down, the flaps are up, battery on the overhead panel can go on and covered, so that's over there. Standby power auto and covered, that's that one there. DC voltmeter selector, battery, let's just go up here. DC voltmeter selector, battery, that's fine. AC is standby power, so that should go down there. Master caution disengage, that's that one over there. Electric hydraulic pumps are off. Interior lights as required. Fuel pumps are all off. Let's just put some panel. Oh, that's not going to work. I think we need the ground power first. So let's go connect the ground power. There we go, connect the ground power. Interior lights as required. Cabin utility power is on. That is over here. IFE passenger seat power is on. Ground power connected on. We've already done that. AC voltmeter can now go to ground power. That's over there. We are connected to VATSIM, but there's no controllers online at the moment, so we are just tuning into Unicom. Emergency lights armed and covered. Let's do that one over there. Seat belts auto and on. So auto. That's just a charm. External light position lights are steady. That's on steady. Anti-collision lights. That's off. Wheel well logo and wing as required. We'll leave those off for now. Cockpit lights test. Alarms test. Oxygen mask test. Okay, we're not going to do all of that, so we can test the lights. I must say that's very cool. Lots of lights in this old Boeing. Let me just turn up some, not that one. Oh, let me turn it off. Just turn up the panel lighting a little bit. And over here we'll turn up the panel brightness for the pedestal. That looks better. FMC, set fuel and payload. So over here we have the tablet, electronic flight bag, and we can request the data from SimBrief. I do have a flight plan already filed on SimBrief. So here we got KLM 1243 from Amsterdam to Paris Charles de Gaulle, cost index 10, 0 fuel weight 59.6. And here we have our operational flight plan. So we need to set fuel and our payload. So our fuel is 5177 and our payload is 59.7. So FS actions fuel 5197 And our payload 59.7. 5177. 5177 actually. And 59.7 in our zero fuel weight. Okay, fuel and payload. Trim air is on, so let's go back to the overhead panel. If I can remember which button to push. Okay, trim air is already on. Recircling fans left and right auto. That's the packs auto and auto, that's done already. Autopilot off, IRS selector set to nav, that's up here somewhere. Nav. Complete init reference page, route perf M&S fuel pump. Okay, so before we start the APU, let's go ahead and do the FMC setup. Now we're going to use the tablet for this. So we have company routes, EHAM, LFPG. So let's go FMC, position initialize. We're going to use the GPS left position. Stick that in there. Reference airport, Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. I can't remember what gate we're at. We've got our route page, and let's do origin. Destination is Lima Papa. No. Lima Foxtrot Papa Golf. Company route is going to be Echo Hotel Alpha Mike Lima Foxtrot Papa Golf. Woody November 872 DNOX UZ 7319. Well, that looks correct. Flight number today we are Cal AM1243, and we can activate that. Performance initialization, let's go to the tablet and let's go to the performance tool. So we're going to take off runway 24. Because there's not much winds, and that is the nearest runway. Runway heading slope, runway condition is wet because it is raining slightly outside. Takeoff flaps, optimum rating, optimum anti-ice off. Our weight we're going to get from the aircraft, so it's 64.8 with the fuel. CG 25.29 and the packs are going to be on. Let's import the weather and we can calculate our takeoff performance. So it's going to be acceleration height 1,500 feet, flaps 5, N1 of 89.6. It's going to be a takeoff 1. We're going to do a select temperature of 42, trim, there's our V speeds. And our weight, so we can stick that in the... That should actually, if I go request, that is what we should get from the performance tool. Let's see what it gives us. Okay, performance underlick ready. Let's load that to see what we get. Costings 18, reserves 2.9, that is not right. Flight level 280. The transition altitude is 3,000 feet. Let's execute that. I think I've got something a little bit different. I've got flight level 290, so we can change that. And our reserves is definitely not 2.9. Our reserves is 1054. So we're going to put 1.0 as our reserves. Okay, that's fine. N1 page. Let's do an outside air temperature. What did it give us? 42 degrees. Takeoff 1. Takeoff, we've given us a flaps 5. Our CG 25.3. Trim 4.86. Trim 4.86, that's right. Okay, our departure, let's have a look at the charts. We're going to go from runway 24 and we're heading down south. So we're going down to Woody, which is down here. So we've got Kuda, Leco. So we're looking for a departure of runway 24. Woody, Kudi 3 is Yankee, Sierra, Yankee, and Sierra. What's the difference? Woody transition. So it's a Kuda 3 Sierra. Okay, let's add that to the route. That looks right. Okay, 24 down to Woody. Okay, so we need a Kudi 3 Sierra departure. Sorry, I know I'm mumbling, but runway 24. Kudi 3 Sierra departure. Okay, that looks good. Let's just check our legs for any discontinuities. Nothing from Kuda to Woody. Alright, that looks good. So let's go continue with the takeoff page. So we got 139, 140 and 146. 137, 140, 146. That's close enough. We'll just go with this. Alright, so that is the FMC setup. Let's continue with the checklist. So we can start the APU now. So let's go ahead and do the fluid pump forward number 1 on. So it must be that one. APU starts. I'm completely missing these switches. APU on. APU start. We'll wait for the APU to fire up. Okay, so we have a low oil pressure indication, and there the EGT is rising. When we get the APU gen available, we will switch to APU. Okay, APU gen, there we go. Now we're on the APU. APU and engine bleeds on. So engine bleeds on. Pack should have been on already. APU bleed on. AC voltmeter selector. Can now go to APU gen. Master caution disengage. Next page. Squawk set and altimeter set. Squawk, we don't have a squawk, we're just going to go 2000 for VFR. Altimeter, we got hectopascals 1007. Okay, FMC departure, I've done that. Let's just go departure, we've done routes, legs checked, discontinuities. Legs, it's only 3 pages, we don't have any discontinuities. Takeoff page 1 and 2 we've done, so let's go takeoff. Runway wind, runway condition, takeoff speeds deleted. Oh no. Acceleration out, engine out, acceleration out. Let's go back. Page 1. Okay, there we go, I got my V speeds back. Initial altitude set. Initial altitude for this departure is 6,000 feet. Runway heading is 238. V2 is 146. Okay, back to the overhead panel. I feel like I'm jumping up and down here, no set flow. Okay, your damper can go on. Fuel pumps, all usable on. So we got only these fuel pumps on. Cross bleed test, so flick that on. Bright light, dim light. Put that back off again. Window heat on. Window heat, 1, 2, 3 and 4 on. Wing and engine anti-ice as required. It's not required, I don't think. Hydraulic pumps all on. Hydraulic pumps can all go on. Flight altitude set. Flight altitude is 290. Landing altitude set. I don't know what our landing altitude is. I'm just leave it at 0 for now. Auto. Flight directors on. LNAV, VNAV as required. Auto brake set to RTO. Okay, so flight director 1 on. Flight director 2 on. VNAV, LNAV. Auto brake RTO. Com radio set. We've connected to Unicom 122.8. Ground connections, remove all. So menu, FS actions, ground services, release the ground power, remove the chocks. Doors are closed. I think all the doors are closed. Doors all closed. Let us prepare for push and start. We have an aircraft behind us. At least the sun is coming out. Okay, let's tell some GSX that we want some pushback and departure. And we can get ready inside. So let's go ahead and do the parking brake is set. Chocks have been removed. Takeoff briefing, we've reviewed the takeoff briefing. So let's just pretend we have. Packs left and right can go off. Anti-collision light can go on. Transponder alt off, engine area clear, lower display unit. Engine is on. Request pushback and start. We've done that. Okay, so pushback. Once we started the pushback, we're gonna ignition selector switch to the opposite side, which is somewhere up here. It's that one over there. Engine fuel control. Left engine start switch to ground. Wait for at least 25% N2 and then left engine fuel control on. Left end when it clicks back, set to continuous and then do the right engine. Okay, so we're going to do that now. Let's see if we can get this baby started up. Okay, let's release the parking brake.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Okay, so we have switch to the opposite side, switch to ground. Does GOD stand for ground? And we wait for 25% here. 23, 24, 25. We add the fuel. Okay, so that's starting up. Then when it clicks back, set it to continuous, and then we do the other side.
Please set parking brakes.
Okay, so there we go. Set it to continuous, and then do the other side. Set parking brake.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Okay, the other side is starting up.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
There's 25.
Contract disconnected.
Okay, that one's all good as well. Okay, before taxi, gen engine switches left and right on. So that's that one and that one. AC voltmeter selector Gen 1. APU off. APU off. APU bleed off. Packs left and right on. Isolation valve auto. Probe heat on. Engine anti-ice is required. Flaps set. So we're going to do flaps 5. So there's flaps 1, flaps 2, flaps 5. Trim verify set. Our trim is 4.86. So I'm going to move it to just below the 5. Should do it. That should be about right. Flight controls free and correct. Let's do our flight control check. Full left, neutral, full right, neutral, full up, full down, rudder left, rudder right. Flight control is done. Recall checked. Lower display units off, request taxi clearance. Okay, so let's just do one more check. We still don't have any ATC online before I start moving. EM approach has come online. Now I need to get the ATIS information. I didn't know he was online. 132980. 132980. Let's listen to the ATIS.
Pass count becoming. Visibility 7 kilometers. End of information alpha.
Information alpha.
This is Skipple Information Alpha, main landing runway 18 right, main takeoff, runway 24, transition level 45, wind 240 degrees 9 knots, variable between 210 and 270 degrees, visibility 10 kilometers, light showers of rain, view at 1,900 feet, towering cumulonimbus, scattered 4,800 feet, temperature 122.8 QNH 1007 hectopascals, becoming, visibility 7 kilometers, end of information alpha.
205.
This is Skipple Information Alpha, main landing runway 18 right, main takeoff, runway 24, transition level 45, wind 240 degrees 9 knots, variable between 210 and 270 degrees.
Okay, let's just ask him for clearance before we do anything.
KLM 053 vacated 18 right at Victor 2.
KLM 053, welcome site, taxi Delta 26, that is 1 take, confirming my name.
Taxi to Delta 26, Whiskey 3, Austin 18 December, KLM 053.
Skipple approach, hello, KLM 1243. Boeing 737-800, stand Delta 24. We've already pushed back, request IFR clearance to Paris.
KLM 1243, I could claim that this is thanks for you. KLM 64 no better, that's 2778 knots. Number 185 KLM.
118 right, KLM.
KLM 1243, clear to Paris, good off 3 at a park, so that makes 24, and then to fly level 6 about squawk 1000.
Cleared Paris, Kuro 3 Sierra departure, runway 24, initial climb 6000, squawk 1000, KLM 1243, and we are ready for taxi as well.
KLM 1243, amazing, taxi over Sierra 7, runway 24.
Sierra 7, runway 24, KLM 1243. Okay, good stuff. So we put in our squawk of 1000, and we're going to Sierra 7, so...
Would go 175, clear to Lisbon, Volco 3, Sierra departure, runway 18, runway 24, and then fly level 6 out, got 2132.
So we're going to go down Bravo to Sierra 7. Is it Alpha or Bravo? Which one runs in which direction? Let's check.
And if you got this light level 6 0.
0.5, driver 604 Airbus.
99 Yankee with you, sir.
99 Yankee, welcome back. Club flight level 130.
It's going to be...
Yeah, I can need longest notice. This is Monkey Unicorn 132, that's my 8. Fine blue.
Sure, sorry about that. 122 additional 8, bye-bye.
Same way.
It's going to be down Alpha.
This is a 1
You can
hotel
see these
Mike,
arrows. Down Alpha, then
Alpha,
Sierra 7.
1007. Pushback and start approval.
Okay, good stuff. So let's get ready to taxi. So back to the checklist. Before taxi, we've done that. So request taxi clearance. Taxi lights on, runway turn off lights as required.
Let's
So
go
we're going to
175. Make an Alpha Connect 1007. Pushback and start approval.
let's release the parking brake and get out of here. So it's going to be our first right onto Alpha, then our first left down to Sierra 7.
7254 hello, good afternoon. Hope we're ready to go clear. 7337, and it's time flight level 60, and I just want to make sure we get the right Sierra and bow code 3 Sierra.
Okay, 7337 for sport, flight level 60, bow code 3 Sierra departure, yes?
Sounds perfect to me. 7254, get back go direct, so put ready to taxi.
Copy, will do. Feedback 2543.
Yeah, let's speak one of from Nick.
Okay, so Sierra 7 is over here, I think. Oh, there we go. Sierra 7 is this way. This should be Sierra.
1243, when 2778 is 8 knots, runway 24, Sierra 7, clear to take off.
Clear for takeoff, runway 24, KLM 1243. Okay, so we got takeoff clearance, but we're going to stop and just get ready because I am not ready. If I take too long, you'll cancel my takeoff clearance, but that's fine. Let's just stop here. And then we're going to go, we just set the parking brake. Before takeoff, parking brake set, auto throttle. Let's arm the auto throttle. Sensor fuel pumps, we don't need. Anti-ice, we don't need. Cabin lights, we dialed. Flight instruments, check. Brake temp. Takeoff data, nav, wait for takeoff clearance, then line up. Okay, we've got takeoff clearance. So, let's just release the parking brake. Let's go. Landing lights on. Taxi light can go off.
Position light,
strobe and steady. So go strobe and steady. Transponder, TARA.
Position Bravo, making taxi to the delta side, and
We can start the clock as well. And we can start the clock.
Feedback 2543, ready for taxi.
72543, taxi open Sierra 7 from base 24 via Alpha 4.
Taxi via Alpha 4 for runway 24, feedback 2543.
Okay, number 053, you can taxi via Bravo.
Continue via Bravo, KLM 053.
Okay,
So the
on the center line.
Join Bravo behind British Airways 8620 for
Okay,
Sierra
let's
7.
go. Throttle, let's throttle up to 50%. The engine stabilize. And let's go Toga. Airspeed's alive. Just try and stay on the center line. There's 80 knots. There's 100 knots. There's V1. Rotate. Whoa, let's try and stay on the center line. Positive rate of comms, gear up. Trying to follow the flight directors, not very well trimmed. I'm used to the auto trim in the Airbus. Bye bye Amsterdam. Oh, pitch up. Pitch down. Start the turn. Pitching to follow the flight directors. Nice manual flying, that's too much left. Let's go ahead
KLM
and
12.3, identified climb flight level 130.
flight level 130, KLM 1243. Okay, let's connect the autopilot because I'm falling behind this aircraft. Flight level 130.
Airport go 175, taxi 1.07, runway 24 by
Okay,
Alpha
flaps, let's
10.
go flaps 2.
Was that the message for KLM 053?
Next is, I believe, airport go 175, you go for taxi line.
Flaps 1.
Came with some cuts. Can you please repeat for F775?
Airport go 175, taxi 1.3, runway 24 by Alpha 10.
Flaps up.
Copy taxi to 0.77, runway 24 via Alpha 10, F775.
Put the runway turn of flights off.
Holding point for Big Bird 2543 again, please.
Set standard, yeah.
It was Sierra 7 if you want full length, but Sierra 6 is on 5.
Copy Sierra 5 would be preferred if that's possible for Big Bird 2543.
Anything is possible if you ask, Sierra 5 on 24.
Okay, we keep going along the standard instrument departure. We're getting to Lecco, then Cuda, then Woody.
KLM 053, can then continue
Up into
via
the
Alpha
clouds
13.
now.
This is a rule, but I take airport go, connection. KLM 053 and Alpha 3 give way to the A320 on 5.
KLM 053 is giving way to the D320 from the right, KLM 053.
Alright, continuing the climb.
Bird 25.3, wind
220 knots, climbing through 7,000 feet.
Clear for takeoff runway 24, Big Bird 2543.
There's only one hotel, my climb level 8 on 240.
Okay, there's the speed restriction gone, so we can continue the acceleration. Let's zoom out.
KLM 1243, unfortunately I've got no further for you, on to Unicom 122, that's my 8. Stand it out.
Unicom 122.8, KLM 1243, thanks, bye. Back to Unicom, no more ATC. So 122.8, oh look at the shadows, I think I've just climbed into a storm. 122.8, I've just climbed out of it, I mean. There we go, some blue skies. Alright, so no further ATC, we continue the climb now to our cruising flight level of 290. And as this is a very short flight, we can start planning for our arrival already. Set approach, we're going to go ILS 26 right. Let's go 26 left. No, ILS 26 right, add to route. Then we go Mopil 9 Echo, which is right. Which is what I've got here. So it's Mopil 9 Echo, ILS 26 right. And we're going via Lorne. I think Lorne is our initial approach fix for the ILS. Here we go, Lorne. Alright, so let's go back to the FMC. We go departure, arrival, ILS 26 right, Mopil 9 Echo, and it's going to be a Lorne 6 Whiskey transition. Execute. Let's just zoom out here, see what it looks like. Looks about right. You go step. That's going to be a vector. That looks all good. Unable 300 knots at low pill. Well, I definitely don't want to do 300 knots there. 259. I don't know why that says 300, but let's do 259. Okay, that looks good. Okay, we're still on our way to our top of climb. Once we get there, we'll do the rest of the approach setup. Could have turned off the fasten seatbelt signs long ago. Let the people move around. Alright, so let's look at our progress. We got top of climb, 21 nautical miles, LFPG 1451, so that's in 35 minutes. Very short flight, not even 1 hour. Alright, so here we are in the cruise. We only have 49 nautical miles to go, and then we need to start our descent. So let's plan the descent now. And what we need to do is we need to do the landing altitude and the approach, etc. I'm actually not sure what it's called in the Boeing, but we do our landing en route. We can do Charles de Gaulle runway. We're going to do runway 26 right. Runway condition, it's wet because we have some light rain in Paris. Import from aircraft. Landing flaps is going to be 30. Reverser config. Auto brakes 3. Let's import the weather. VREF add 5. Anti-ice is off. Let's calculate. We have a weight of 63.373 out of VREF of 151. Landing distance 5561. Plenty runway. Our VREF is going to be a lot less than that though. Let's rather use the FMC. I'm not sure how this tablet works properly. Okay, so we're going to go init ref. Do our VREF is going to be 146. Oh, we got VREF 5, which gives us 151. So that is correct. Okay, the ILS frequency is 111.95 and the course is 264. So let's go 111.111.95. Switch that over there. We'll put it in both sides just in case. Switch that over there. Approach course is 264, so let's put that in there. (264) and 264, and then we'll just quickly brief the approach by having a look at the charts. Legs page. So we're going to go from 290 to below 260. And then we have 13,000 below and 13,000. So if I bring back the charts. Alright, we're going to descend to below 26,000 feet by Mopil. Then we're going to go to Zerum, Devum. We need to be below 160. Lorne, we need to be between 110 and 150. And then from there, vectors. We'll just vector ourselves onto the final approach course after Lorne. And I think that's basically everything set up. No, it's not. What is our QNH at our destination? Let me just check the weather. 1010. So we need to set that here. 1010, and our minimums and our transition altitude. So that goes from the charts we need. Approach chart. We can do the ILS. Minimums 518. Minimums 518. Transition altitude 5,000 feet. So its transition level is going to be probably 6,000 feet. So I put in 6,000 and what did I say? 596. 518. So our minimum is going to be 518. For 300, 400, 518, Transition level 6,000. Cool, everything's set up. We have 18 nautical miles to our top of descent. Very short flight. So before reaching our top of descent, let me just decrease this all the way down to, what did I say, 13,000 was going to be our next altitude. Okay, we've reached our top of descent. So there we go, we have retard, LNAV, VNAV path. Here we're going to start our descent. Here is the markers. Let's zoom out a little bit. Alright, so we're going to send from flight level 280 down to flight level 130. Okay, so here we are approaching 13,000 and we're approaching Lorne. We need to be below 13,000 but above 7,000. So let's set our next altitude to 7,000. And then after that it is 4,000. Actually, let's just go straight to 4,000. And that's going to be our intercept altitude, so we won't go any lower than 4,000. Okay, so there we are on our vectors now to, once we get there, we need to vector ourselves to that point over there. Otherwise we're just going to continue straight on, so we'll use heading select. Alright, we're about to descend through 10,000 feet, so landing lights can go on. Seatbelt signs can also go on. Alright, so we're about to descend below the clouds or into the clouds. We are almost lined up with our course for final. So I'm going to use heading select mode to turn us onto that final approach course. And we'll get a little bit closer for now, and we'll just turn a heading select. And I think once we line up with it, then we will do the right turn. Alright, so that should be good enough. We're looking a bit high. We should be nearly 4,000 feet at the moment. Okay, let's do heading select. Let's turn onto that heading and try and line up with that final course. Set standard. Let us on the approach as well. I think we turned a little bit late, not a problem, we can turn back again. I'm concerned about our height, I think we're a little bit high. Should be okay though, as long as the descent carries on. Runway should be directly ahead of us now. Visibility is very bad. Turn a little bit more to the right. Localizer should come in. There we go, it's coming into the left. When it lines up with the center, we should turn final. Okay, 14 miles to go. Let's start slowing down. So I'm going to select flaps 1. Okay, there we go. VR localizer. Alright, there's our left turn to line up. Glide slope as well. Okay, so there we go. Localizer, glide slope, and we can do the descent into Paris. Okay, there's 11 miles. Let's do some more flaps. De Gaulle traffic, KLM 1243 on the ILS 426 right, 10 miles out.
Charlie Low traffic, KXK 118 taxiing to runway 26 right, Tango 12 via Gulf Foxtrot from you.
Hopefully we break out of these clouds a little bit. Okay, let's go flaps 5. Slow down a little bit more. I don't know how well this aircraft slows down, so I'm going to configure nice and early. Let's put the landing gear down for some drag. Continue slowing down, so more flaps. Okay, so we configure nice and early. Let's do our final approach checklist. Oops, that's not right. Okay, so 146 is our VRF. Okay, so approach arm, landing gear down, 3 green, speed brake, let's on the speed brake. Second autopilot, we don't need engine start switches to continuous. Landing lights on. A little bit of a crosswind from the left. Gulf traffic, KLM 1243, ILS runway 26 right, 5 miles. Alright, 4 miles, there's the Automatica. See the runway quite nicely. Still have quite a strong crosswind from the left. Thousand feet. I'm not even going to try and land this manually. I'm going to fly it all the way down to minimums on the autopilot. I think the landing practice is required offline, or should I say off camera. Save myself the embarrassment. Oh, very bumpy. De Gaulle traffic, KLM 1243, short final 26 right.
Static 5046, are you landing on runway 265 as well? Please confirm.
AFM 26 right, short final.
Roger.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30.
Uh-oh.
20. 10.
That's alright, I'll take it. Not too bad. Okay, brake. Let's see if I can get off this runway out of this car's way. Brake. Let's see if I can get this exit. We'll take this high speed exit right here. And we will stop here. The Gold traffic LM1243 is clear of runway 26 right. Okay, let's stop here. Parking brake. Flaps retract. Oh, why is the speed brake done? That's not good. Landing lights off. Put the taxi lights on. Strobe lights can go to steady. Anti-ice not required. APU can be started. Pro beats can go off. Engine start switches can go off. Auto brake can go off. Flight directors can go off. And taxi to gates. Alright, so there you have it guys, a flight from A to B in the Boeing 737 of our PMDG. Very first time I've actually done a full flight online with the PMDG. I don't think I did too badly. Obviously some mistakes were made. I don't deny that. If you guys have spotted anything that you can help me with, leave it below in the comments or jump on our Discord and let's have a chat there. As always, we're very grateful for you guys to watch. Thanks very much, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.